Porsche just saved petrol engines forever. CEO Oliver Blume has invested nearly $100 million in this initiative. As battery-powered vehicles continue to thrive, a new challenger has entered the war. If you thought electric was the only future of cars, think again. Porsche, the iconic car giant, just dropped a shocking announcement that no one saw coming. And if you're into electric vehicles, you might want to sit down for this one. CEO Oliver Blume is leading the charge for a revolutionary project, which might replace petrol and reduce the emissions of your car by 90%. For over half a century, this German powerhouse has been the dream of every car enthusiast. But in today's EV-driven world, how does a brand rooted in the past gear up for the future? Porsche's answer to this is e-fuels. And guess what? This just might save the combustion engines from getting banned. You know about the EU's ban on combustion engines, right? We just have until 2035, after which they will force us to just use EVs. Well, Germany's not having it. They're rallying behind e-fuels, and Porsche is leading the charge. But what exactly is e-fuel, and what's so special about it? Why are brands like Porsche, Volkswagen, and BMW going against the EV revolution? Is there a darker truth behind this that we don't know about? We will give you all the answers in just under a few minutes. We promise not to waste your time. Forget everything you thought you knew about cars. Porsche's big announcement. This is Porsche's brand new plant in Patagonia, Chile. And no, they ain't making cars there. They're cooking up a new kind of fuel that has the ability to reduce the emissions of IC cars by nearly 90%. They're calling it e-fuel. So what exactly is e-fuel, you ask?
We cannot reach the fleet emission targets regarding CO2 by improving technique on the combustion engines. It was not sufficient. So we thought about how can we reduce the CO2 footprint. The idea came up to work on synthetic fuels to replace fossil fuels in our cars.
Just imagine gasoline that's made, not mined. Crazy, right? CEO Oliver Blume said Porsche is committed to a double E path. Porsche might do well with an electric future, but we do not want to leave our current customers behind. Porsche is renowned for engineering some of the most iconic and high-performance engines in the automotive world, be it the Flat 6 of the 911 series or the turbocharged Flat 4 in the Boxster. Whatever they create, it's often the best of the best. But lately, Porsche has been facing some issues due to electrification. They are being forced to abandon their ICE engines, which they spent years perfecting for electric vehicles instead. But the Porsche CEO does not want to abandon their existing customers and product lines. Unlike Tesla, BYD, and other EV companies, Porsche is a luxury car maker and cannot afford to take the risk of completely killing their internal combustion engines. And mind you, Porsche is not bad at making EVs either. See the Taycan, for instance. Porsche's vision isn't just about EVs, it's broader. They're not ditching electric dreams or aiming for 50% electric sales by 2025, but more on this later. The EU's new green goals are hurting Porsche. In a shocking turn of events, the EU has said that it will allow car manufacturers to continue selling cars on combustion engines even after 2025, as long as they are running on e-fuels. This shows us the potential this technology has, and Porsche is working hard to make this dream a reality. They're going to be making a next-generation fuel that is both sustainable and compatible with their existing engines. This project is called Haru Oni, and it's all about making fuel from water and air. The project was first announced back in December 2020, with the aim of shipping the first batch of e-fuel by January 2023. And guess what? Porsche did it. In fact, in December 2022, they even tested their fuel by using it in their own 911. CEO Oliver Blume says that in just a year more, they will be producing 35,000 gallons of e-fuel a year, a number which is said to increase up to 14 million gallons in the years to come. The e-gasoline produced at this plant will also be used in cars at the Porsche Mobile 1 Super Cup and in Porsche Experience Centers. But how on earth can they make fuel from just water? This method is both genius and eco-friendly. Making fuel from water. Okay, I know this might sound like science fiction, but this is now a reality. Let me try to explain the process in the simplest way possible, so listen carefully, okay? First, Porsche captures carbon dioxide from the environment. This can be taken directly from the atmosphere, or it might come from natural sources like plants. Then, using renewable energy, which is solar panels and wind turbines in this case, Porsche splits water, which is H2O, into two components, hydrogen and oxygen. This is called electrolysis. This hydrogen that is produced is called green hydrogen because its production is clean and sustainable. Porsche will then combine this hydrogen with the CO2 captured earlier to make synthetic fuel. This can be used in cars, trucks, and even as aviation fuel for planes. Porsche has also made sure that this fuel can be used by all existing cars, trucks, and other transport vehicles without any problems. What's even crazier is that Ferrari has also joined hands with Porsche in this initiative, something which we will discuss in the latter part of this video, so keep watching for that. Porsche's partnerships. HIF Global, the company that is mainly behind the Haru Oni project, has been doing this for nearly a decade. Porsche has also collaborated with some more companies, such as Enel Green Power, which is a partner in the wind power generation and green hydrogen production. ENAP, the Chilean state-owned energy company that supports infrastructure and logistics. Siemens Energy, responsible for the plant design, technology integration, and supplies its electrolyzers and the wind turbine from Siemens Gamesa. Impressus Gasco, which provides research and development for the production of synthetic gas. ExxonMobil provides the plant with methanol to gasoline technology, or MTG. The potential of e-fuels is huge. There are more than 1.3 billion vehicles with combustion engines in the world today. Many of them will still be on the road for decades. We must also offer the owners of existing vehicles a perspective. As a manufacturer of high-performance and efficient engines, Porsche has extensive know-how in the field of fuels. We can thus exert a significant influence on the development of synthetic fuels, said Michael Steiner, member of the executive board at Porsche. Want another shocker? Ferrari is in this too. Along with Porsche, CEO Benedetto Vigna said we thought the EU ban was happening in 2025 or 2026, but it has happened 2 years before. What Porsche is doing is very good for us because you can run a thermal car with a fuel that is carbon neutral. Ferrari has said that 80% of its lineup will be fully electric, while 20% would still be saved for internal combustion engines. Dark truth about EVs no one tells you. Are EVs truly green? EVs are often praised for their lack of tailpipe emissions. But have you ever looked at the full picture yet? An EV is only as green as the electricity that charges its battery. Many regions around the world still rely predominantly on coal-fired power plants, a significant source of greenhouse gas emissions. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, EIA, about 30% of the world's electricity was generated from coal. Thus, if you're charging your EV in a region powered mostly by coal, the ecological benefits become questionable. Secondly, EV batteries require a host of rare earth elements, including nickel, cobalt, and lithium. With increasing demand, we are eating up all the minerals that we have right now. And in the future, things might become much worse. Not only are supplies of these essential minerals dwindling, but their extraction wreaks havoc on the environment. Mining these resources leads to deforestation, soil erosion, and water pollution. But hey, the government's getting its money and making you pay a premium in the name of a cleaner environment. So no problems, right? What if I tell you that EVs are also a threat to many lives? A significant portion of the world's lithium, for example, comes from Bolivia, which is unfortunately notorious for its oppressive working conditions in the mines. The workers, including children, often face hazardous conditions, long hours, and minimal pay. Their suffering contrasts sharply with the image of clean and green EVs. The race to EV domination makes us wonder, what will happen to all the ICE cars? Nearly 100 million vehicles were produced in 2022 alone. Are we simply supposed to abandon them due to EVs? This is why, my friends, we need an alternative solution instead of just relying on a temporary fix. Companies like Porsche, BMW, and Volkswagen are pioneering efforts to address these challenges. In contrast, automobile giants like Ford and GM seem to be putting all their eggs in the EV basket. So here's the million-dollar question. Is Porsche's big bet on e-fuels a game changer? Looks like they're definitely onto something here. They're the dark horse of the automotive industry, representing hope for those of us who aren't ready to let go of that classic engine roar. Someone's got to do it. What would you prefer? An electric 911 or an IC 911? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you liked this video. Check out our channel for more exciting content on EVs. Thanks for watching.